day one in Panda. Yeah, it's still dark out. Despite driving, I don't know, 14 plus hours yesterday, 930 miles. I got moved in here, and the bedding and my computer and stuff and snacks, the cooler and everything. Ate and went to bed, and I slept. I actually slept really good. So I'm up early this morning. There's a lot to do today. Unfortunately, the day's off to a bad start. There's no propane. Panda's out of propane, so I can't make coffee this morning. And the one item I forgot was, I planned for this actually. If all else fails, I have my little coffee kit that, I have one of these, these 1 pound propane bottles. I have one of those little single burners, camp, burners that go on top of this. And I forgot it. So I can't heat up water to make my coffee. So, and it's still dark out anyway. There's no house battery in Panda. I did bring a new one with me. I should pick that up at a O'Reilly Auto Parts store. I brought it up in the rental car. I need to get that put in because there's no lights in here. So I just used these battery charged things to get by last night and this morning. So I think that's the first two. No, the first thing is no, the first thing is to get coffee. Then I got to make sure Panda will start this morning before I take the rental car back. That's not till noon, so I have a lot of time this morning. And I will want to get that house battery put in so that, tonight, when it gets dark and when I get up in the morning, I do have lights in here. And I don't know if Panda will be ready to roll today or not. I might get lucky. Anyway, I'm going to go get coffee, and then we'll be back, and it'll be lighter, and I'll be more awake. Fortunately, there was a gas station not too far up the street. That's better. Okay. Now to get my day started. Yeah, the first thing is to be check the oil. And it's almost 1 quart low. And actually I'm pretty happy about that because we changed the oil when we was up last season. We did a lot of work on Panda, and one of them was changing the oil, and then after that Aja did go on a little trip out around I forget what they call that big loop that goes up around to the northwest corner of the state and then down along the coast. I forget what they call that big loop, but that's a good many miles. And plus it's been sitting here. I don't know if it has any little leaks or whatever. So that accounts for it. Even if it does, it's only lost a quart after all that. So all things considered, and this engine being worn and pretty tired, that's pretty acceptable. Actually, that actually leaves me room to add the thing of oil treatment I have. I bought good old STP oil treatment. It's like thick as molasses. It'll thicken that oil up some, so it uses oil, but it won't use it as fast if it's thicker. So I am going to add that. I'll leave like just enough room to add that. So, then we'll check the radiator. It has a brand new radiator in it, brand new hoses. Oh, it's brand new coolant. Look at this. It's not leaking. It's completely full. Another very good sign. I like it. Alright, and this is actually so thick. It pours in easier if it's warmed up. So maybe what I'll do is I'll see if Panda will start, and then maybe I'll just let it warm up, and then I'll just sit this in here on the warm radiator and let that warm up a bit and then dump it in. Now keep in mind, Panda does smoke, okay? I hope it's just not too excessive. think it was gonna go first. Sounds good. Wow, is that a relief? You know, for sitting for a year, and I know people have their ideas about, you know, gas goes bad like really fast. I don't know. I think there's other things at play that give people problems. They always blame it on the gas right away. But gas actually has a pretty fair, you know, I think a longer shelf life than people think. I've never used any gasoline additives ever. And I don't have any problems with my stuff that has sat for a while. Within reason. You know, since a year or 2, 3, yeah, you're probably got problems, but 1 year's not too bad. That there is probably mostly condensation, you know, on cool. It's a pretty cool, damp morning, so it's warming up. That'll burn off, and then it'll just be a little bit of regular blue smoke. You know, it's smoke has a blue color. You know, that's oil, but that's just white that's just condensation burning off. I'm pretty happy about that. So if I put Panda in gear, you know, it backs up and pulls forward, and the transmission's okay. I need to check that fluid as well. If she's ready to move, I can take that rental car back. I'll have to tidy up some things inside and put this RV cover away. Maybe I'll just roll it up and strap it on one of them cargo racks on the back. She don't sound too bad. Yeah, I can hear that. I can hear that one cylinder. I can hear that pop, 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 pop. That's that one cylinder that doesn't work. But we got 7 other good ones. I'm gonna let that warm up a few minutes. She's getting there. She's warming up. I think it sounds pretty good for only running on 7 cylinders. I'm pretty optimistic. So far so good, knock on wood. I'll have some things to do, get rid of this car, come back and you know, put some things away. Keep in mind when Aja left this, you know, it was getting late in the season and it was a last minute thing. She wasn't going to put a new engine in this, but then all the mechanic shops were just booked way out, and then that would have been like into November, and the time just ran out of time to do anything with it. And then the plan was to come back up this summer and, you know, proceed, do some things to it, maybe get it ready for sale, or there were different ideas. She wasn't sure what she wanted to do with Panda, but it was left with the intention of her coming back and picking up where she left off. So it was not left in a, you know, turn the key and it's ready to go condition. Some things some shelving was moved and whatever, and the batteries taken out and all that, and some different things. I'll have to secure a few things. So the intention was to come back this summer and pick up where she left off, but then COVID and everything happened. So I guess the plan, that plan didn't work. And now with winter starting to close in, it's just gonna be bad for it sitting here a whole nother winter. You know what? Washington's a bad place for it anyway. I read back in some comments, which I need to catch up on really bad. A couple of people mentioned about it sitting up here, or no, that it was gonna go down to Arizona and sit and rot or rust or whatever. And let me set you straight on that. If that's gonna happen anywhere, it's here in the damp, moist Washington. You know, there's just so much moisture in the air. It rains all the time. That's bad on RVs. You get that in the desert, in the drier climate, that's so much. These last so much longer in a dry climate than they do a wet climate. It'd be a blessing for it to get down in Arizona. So let's just wanted to set that straight. All right, I just gotta get on. I gotta make this day happen. What next? I don't know. I'm gonna run down to the auto port. I think I'll shut it down. Everything sounds good here, and get down to the auto port store. I'm gonna get these this other battery hooked up, get some lights and stuff working. We get out of here today. The first thing I'm gonna do is I didn't bring my tire gauge to check the tire pressure after it was sitting for a year, but I was gonna grab it. Scott reminded me that these tires, these new tires and wheels on here, were purchased at Les Schwab's. So, and there's one in the area. So I'm just gonna check. None of them look low, but I'm just gonna go, like when we leave here, stop directly at Les Schwab's, let them check and, you know, up the tire pressure if it needs it. So that'll be good. Yeah, and I'll still have to check the transmission fluid once it's it's done warming up. I can get that checked, and yeah, it's all happening. And it's gonna be going down the highway soon. Okay, I'm getting on with things. I think I do want to go ahead and move Panda maybe down here in the driveway closer to the shed and the water. I can fill the water tank up later. I'll have to get some things strapped down, the cover wrapped up and strapped on it, other things secured. But I think I want to go ahead and confirm that it will move when I put it in gear. See what happens. It's a small step closer to Arizona, about 50 feet. Gotta start somewhere. I think I got this figured out here where, like I say, I could put the battery in here with my little generic inverter just to charge my laptop and stuff, but it's gonna need recharge soon. And I found the battery bay here and the connections in here, and I confirmed that, you know, when the engine is running, that it is putting 12 volts to recharge the house battery too. So that all works. So I need to put it in here and get it hooked up. Well, that's it for right now. I'm running out of morning. It looks like I'm gonna take the rental car back, and it's gonna be Panda from here on out. She better treat me well. Okay, there's Avis Rent-A-Car. I dropped the car off, and here I am in downtown Tacoma, Washington, with no pre-arranged transportation, you know, 30 some miles back up to Silverdale and Bella and Panda. I asked the girl in there, she says she has no idea about public transportation, any bus routes. There is Uber in the area, so yeah, I guess I'll make that call or put it in my app. It's supposed to all happen automatic, right? Put it in the app and they'll just show up sometime. Never used it before, so well, we'll see. This is pretty cool. I got it figured out. You know, it took a minute to set it up and add a payment method. But Tina is 3 minutes away, and Tina has made, what is it, over 4,000? She's been with Uber for 4 years, has made 5,439 trips. She's in a blue Nissan Versa Note. So, cool. All right. It's probably better to have an experienced Uber person than a newbie, right? So, good. We'll get there. I want to show you something real quick. Oh, she'd be here in 2 minutes. Look, I came up this road down there, and they have, if you look closely at the new concrete, those are streetcar or trolley tracks. And, you know, that's new concrete, so they either redid them or they're just putting them in new. What are they trying to be, like San Francisco? That's pretty cool though. Be nice to see a streetcar running around town. Okay, I have to keep my eye out for a blue Nissan Note or something. This is pretty cool. It shows it in real time. I can watch on the map that she's like a block away. Actually, less than a block. I think that's a blue Nissan Versa note right there. There's my ride. That's it, we're back. That went really well. She's been driving for Uber for over 4 years. She's been from the area all her life. She knew where she was going. A great, safe driver. We're back to, this is it. There's my transportation back to Arizona. I've gotten back to work on putting some life back into Panda, bringing some systems back online. And this battery that I've been using on the way up and in here so far, I've used to charge my laptop and my phones and whatnot, and I've drained it down to 12 too at this point. Now so I've hooked it all back up here in Panda's systems, and if everything is right, when I start the engine and the alternator is running, that should jump up pretty nicely. So I'm gonna go start it up and see if I have this right. Betta, do we got it right? We got it right, girl? Nice. It's charging. So, and I also have my inverter hooked up to that, which runs to the inside where I can plug in an extension cord and run to all my devices. So I'm not gonna worry about hooking up the solar for now. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, in a day or two, maybe. But for now, I can make do with the engine topping this off. Actually, I'm not sure if I have all the proper connections to hook my charge controller up with the same connection ends at the other charge controller. I don't know if I have everything to do that. I mean, I can all stop at the hardware store, auto parts store, and get different connections running into them wires for mine. I don't know, but that's optional right now, and you know, we're just making a trip for hopefully less than a week. I think this is gonna work. Look, we got some lights working inside now. Whew. We got a lot done today. I'm apprehensive. We may be ready to roll, actually. I got the house battery all in. We do have lights and some onboard systems, but we're good. Everything doesn't have to work. Something's wrong with the water pump. The water pump doesn't run, that's all. So I might have to utilize, you know, rest areas, and that's okay. It's a short-term trip. I might actually look at it tomorrow, but you know, it's just not that big a deal right now. So the charging is a big deal. The house thing is, and I got the charging station fixed up front here, which is absolutely necessary. There was a radio in here. Actually, Audrey just put a really expensive radio in here, and she removed it but left this apart. So I've kind of put it back together and traced some wires. I put in this little charging station here so that I can charge my phone for navigation, my other phone for internet, and my dash cam. So, you know, the dash cam is optional, but I do need navigation and internet. What else? I got everything taken care of really with the vehicle, you know, with all the fluids and everything. I think we're okay, and
I don't know. I don't know. Things are stored, put away, tied down. All the compartments are all locked back up. I think I'm ready to at least do a test run down to the Tractor Supply down here to get the propane tank filled. I'd like to be able to heat up water tomorrow morning for my coffee. But I think we're ready. I don't think we're going to come back here. We're going to go to, as long as it makes it to Tractor Supply okay, which is only a couple miles away, we might continue on and start south to the nearest Walmart. We're probably just going to Walmart it the whole way back, at night. We're probably just going to Walmart it the whole way back to Flagstaff, Arizona area. Nothing fancy. No getting off the beaten path to boondocking and anything. We may sightsee if it's on the way. We might stop and, give Panda a break and see and do a thing or two. But we're gonna stay on the main trail. If something does happen, we'll be okay. We do have roadside assistance and insurance, and we're all good here. Whew. It's almost time, and I think I have everything in the back secured. I don't know. I've never driven this rig, so I don't know. By the time we get the Tractor Supply, if there's anything that's loose and rattling or just bothers me or something, I'll deal with it. Or if something falls out, I'll figure it out as I go, I guess. But, we'll get going. I think. I hope. Bella, are you ready to go the whole way back to Arizona? All right. Wish us luck. All right, I'm kind of tickled a little bit here. I forgot to turn the dash cam on and stuff, so we made it to Tractor Supply. Got propane in the tank. The stove lights. That means coffee, my coffee, the way I like it, in the morning. So that's a good start. All right, I think we're gonna head for the. I think we're gonna start heading south. See what goes on today. Well, we're doing it. Let me see here. Yeah, we're in a bit of a slowdown. That's okay. We'll just ease on along. I did get the Panda kind of up to speed back there a little bit, and seems to be doing okay. Okay enough. Yeah, she smokes a little bit, especially going downhill when you let off the gas. It smokes. Then when I put my foot back on the gas, that's not a puff. But hey, we're moving. We're on the highway. We'll be on Interstate 5 here in a bit. And I think our first target is about 60 or 70 miles away. I think. No, 80 miles. An hour and 23 minutes, 80 miles. That'll be a healthy first stretch. So, we'll see how she does. Okay, we just came through a toll plaza. That was $6. Yes, here's the.
On Washington 16 East for 6 miles.
Okay, this is the Tacoma Bridge. Let's see here. Yeah, who'd have thought? Let me see. I got up here late last night, and roughly about 18 hours later, and some of that was sleep. Got Panda all kind of patched back together, and it's on the road again. And we're having fun. I'm actually having fun doing this project. Yeah, I think this is Tacoma on this side. I don't know. That might have been Tacoma back there. had a short delay. I just had to run into the store and get a bag of ice and a small frying pan. And we're just gonna go down the road here to Centralia, Washington. Last time I came up this way, I just parked at a Home Depot. And it's a smaller community, and it'll be a quieter parking lot. It'll just be a good place for the night. I think I'll just check the oil in the morning, and we'll go from there. So, all right. So stop back, check back, see how. I don't know. I hope she makes it. I don't know. I'm not going to be overly confident. I don't know what's going to go on. That's a lot of miles for an engine running like this. Yeah, so thanks for coming along today. We'll be back here with a video soon, very soon. Thanks for watching.